Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate y'all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome as well. And as a quick reminder to all, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across the entire globe. Okay, and the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to like the videos, when you choose to offer comments, which we appreciate, and when you choose to share the information with friends, associates, and colleagues. So if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. We'd much appreciate it. And if you've already done so, thank you. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can help take your business that next level, be sure to check out those links below. And then if you'd like to support the channel, click that join button to become a channel member and receive additional forms and documents, from that program. Or you can also choose to hit that thank you button as well. And with that said, let's get into our topic here today. And it's 8 simple tips to keep gym employees happy and productive. Okay, 8 simple tips to keep gym employees happy and productive. And I was talking a few days ago on one of the videos we put out about the main concerns for folks that own a gym. Their main concerns, and this was from the industry survey that came from Club Industry Magazine and Club OS. And on that survey, employee retention was number 4 as far as primary concerns, and coming in at 17.3%. So it was high. Okay, so employee retention is a concern kind of across the industry. And so let's talk about 8 simple tips to keep gym employees happy and productive. So number 1, promote a work-life balance. Promote a work-life balance. I know historically, a lot of the bigger chain operations, I think a lot of times they did not do a good job of that because it would just work, get there at opening, leave at close, and didn't really create that balance. And I think what happened a lot of times, the industry lost a lot of good people because they just couldn't do that forever and ever. Okay, that had a short lifespan to it, and a lot of good people, would leave the industry. And so, whatever it might be, but be looking at promoting a healthy work-life balance. I know, back with my clubs, I kind of just stumbled on this one. It kind of created that a little bit by accident for me. Is we were looking to hire a manager. We'd promoted one of our managers to an area director role, and so we needed a new manager. And we really didn't have anybody that kind of had everything we needed to run the club. And so what we did is we divided up duties. We had a Monday, Wednesday, Friday manager, and we had a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday manager, and then they'd alternate Sundays. And so every week they'd get 3 days off, and every other week they'd get 4 days off. And they'd be there from open to close on 3 days, and that was it. And so if they had a little bit of a commute, kind of made some sense because you just don't turn around and leave and come back and do it again. Just go ahead and stay there, particularly during the evening hours. And it really did wonders for production, did wonders for attitude, and really kind of made a difference. And in that instance, it was something that I kind of stumbled on a little bit, and it worked really well. So promote a work-life balance to your folks. Number 2, allow flexible working schedules. Kind of what I'm talking about there, right? But allow flexible working schedules. Can you have a program where you can work 3 days a week and still be effective at your gym? Okay, you can get a lot more people. If we start doing things like that, they don't have to be that traditional, hey, here's what it is. What if there's remote possibilities? Can I work remotely? Maybe not all the time, or maybe, okay, you've got someone who's good at working the phones, they could really be anywhere. Okay, as long as they can make the dials and get the job done. You've got a CRM, you can track just about everything, okay, that's done. But remote opportunities, you've got a salesperson, and maybe they're a single mom and like to have more time at home a little bit. Maybe pick one day a week where they simply make phone calls from home and line up the rest of the week. Okay, but allow flexible working schedules. I think some of that flex scheduling, sometimes it can be a harder thing for folks to do, but it really is certainly, I think, an important thing in this day and age. Number 3, listen to your employees. I don't know, sounds kind of obvious, I think. But let me tell you how I approach this. I'll give you the example a gym turnaround. And so I'm going into usually a situation that's lacking a little bit. Sometimes attitudes are down, sometimes morale is down. Certainly, finances are down, things are not working out well, and we want to get this thing turned back around. And one of the things that I know for a fact, we cannot do it unless we have that staff supporting us. Just it's a given, okay? And so we need to have them engaged. And so what I will do is I'll send each one of them what I call a get acquainted worksheet, and they'll fill it out. Okay, and that's ask a host of questions about what they do, what they like, what they don't like, what's working, what's not working, what would you do if you were the owner. Okay, and they'll fill all that out, and I'll sit down and I'll go over all that with them. Okay, I'll interview with them. It's not an interrogation; it's more of a conversation, kind of like sitting at Starbucks. Okay, but I want to hear what they have to say, because if they have to say things that I think can make a difference, I'm looking for reasons to say yes. I'm looking for reasons to do it. I'm looking for reasons to use what they had to say. I'm not going to take what they have and use it just to use it. It has to make sense for getting this business back on track. But I want to hear what they had to say, because now we're using their ideas, and they probably have some pretty good ones. Okay, if we're using their ideas and they see they're being listened to, their engagement here is going to go up significantly. Okay, but listen to your employees. Number 4, create career mobility. Create career mobility. Make sure you've got a strong onboarding process for your team. Make sure when they walk in that front door, they know how to do the job. They know how to work the front, how to take a tour, whatever it is. Make sure they are ready to go. Not kind of, sort of, maybe. They are ready to go. Make sure there is ongoing training. Okay. I talked to somebody the other day, and we're talking about production. I said, well, how often are you doing training? And, well, we really don't. Well, of course you're going to have a production problem. Okay. We have to train. It's no different than your members. When they come in and train, they get results. They don't train, they probably want to cancel. It's the same thing here. Okay, just different deal, right? So make sure we're creating that environment where we're training, we're teaching folks. Create opportunity. Have management training classes. If you're looking to get into management, here's management training. Here's how you write a plan of action. Here's how you deal with a self-evaluation form. Okay, here's how we catch people doing something right. Okay, but create that career mobility. And one of the things that happens when you're training your staff, from my point of view on this, as someone who's done a lot of this, is when you train people and teach them how to do something and really be successful at it, you get a lot of loyalty right there. Okay, and that's really kind of what you're looking for. Number 5, build a positive work environment. Your culture. Build a positive work environment. And the best thing I can say here on this is get in the habit of catching people doing something right. They'll do things wrong too, but get in the habit of catching them doing something right. Okay? Celebrate it. Hey, great job. I saw what you did. That was great. That's just exactly what I like to see. Hey, I noticed you've been getting referrals after every sale. That's fantastic. Good job. I know when I was running clubs, even as an owner, and even still, if I get the chance, every time somebody makes a sale, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, I want to create that positive work environment. I'm going to continue to move that forward. One of the things I've talked about before on some of these sessions is that very first time, that I ever made 3 sales after really struggling. Okay, really struggling, and I made 3 sales first day, and I remember thinking to myself, I'll take a breather. Okay, I'll take a couple days off here because now the pressure's off. I made these 3 sales, and the manager, he came out and closed the business that night, and he just said, hey, Jim, congratulations. I know you made 3 sales. I said, yes, sir. Thank you very much. And he just kind of put up his hand like a stop sign, and he goes, now, Jim, that's the kind of production I need from you every day. Nothing bad about it. Nothing heavy-handed. He goes, that's just what I need every day. But it was a very positive, uplifting way that he did it. And interestingly enough, that's what I started to do. In a blink of an eye, I was doing 100 sales a month, it seemed like. Things changed quickly. But part of it was that positive work environment. It was not a heavy-handed, overbearing approach to what they were doing. Okay. Number 6, and this goes into a little bit of what I've talked about already, but recognize your staff for hard work and reward them. recognize your staff for hard work and reward them. Shake their hand, thank you, catch them doing something right, things we've talked about. I tell you something else that I used to do a lot as an owner, okay, is at the end of every month, and I had multiples, so if you have multiples, you can do what I did, or if you have one, that's fine too, okay? But at the last day of the month, we'd have what I call an all-city meeting. All of our clubs would converge on one club, and we would converge on that one club that had the top production. Okay, that was kind of a reward. They didn't have to travel. Okay, and so it was on that one club. And I'd have red carpet rolled out. We have lights up in the sky. We've got a podium up there, microphone. I've got all these awards we're giving out because we had contests during the month. And I'm getting up there giving out awards for, top sales and top referrals and top cash and top rookie and, whatever we have. Okay, we had lots of things and we celebrated. Okay, we celebrated that success. Okay, but what we also did is that we'd give that person, I'm going to hand that award out, they had a chance to come up to the microphone and now it was their turn to speak. And they thank all these folks. Oh, Jim, thank you for training me, and their manager, thank you for doing this, and everyone. And it was very emotional at times. And not only was it a great event, but we would see our sales the next week or two, they'd skyrocket because the morale was sky high all of a sudden. So become a group that you're going to recognize your staff for their hard work and their efforts, and you're going to reward them. Okay. Number 6. Offer extreme benefits. Offer benefits. Offer benefits. Okay, whatever you can do. Now, some things you can, some things you can't. But what kind of benefits can you offer? Free childcare, free membership for them and a spouse, maybe corporate rates for 5 of their friends. What else do you have? Discounted personal training, perhaps you could do. Okay, but look at different things that you can offer. You might have dry cleaners that are, they'll pick up dry cleaning and bring it in. You might have people detailing cars. You can offer discounts there. So look at all the things that you can do. How can you become so different? What you want to become. I talked about this, previously. Is we talk about differentiation in business, but talk about differentiation with your staff. Why should someone come to work for you? Why should they come to work for you? What do you offer that's so much better than everybody else? And yeah, compensation, but what else can we do to really create this unique environment? Give that a lot of thought, 'cause that's going to be a big one for you. And then number 8 on my list, on 8 simple tips to keep gym employees happy and productive, encourage breaks. Mary, why don't you take 5? Mary, take 10 minutes. I remember a manager one time said, Jim, why don't you go ahead and just take the rest of the afternoon off, grab a workout, and be ready to go at 6. Sure, I'll take you up on that. So, encourage breaks. Okay, we want to keep them as fresh as we can, not only physically, but also fresh as we can mentally. All right. So take a look at 8 simple tips to keep your gym employees happy. This is increasingly becoming a number one concern of gym owners. Kind of everywhere, really, across the globe. And make sure we have a strategy in place. Get a plan of action together on how we're going to do this, and then think about differentiation. Because you're competing with everybody else out there that's trying to hire somebody. Why should they come to work for you? What makes you so much better? What makes you different? And what are you doing better than anybody else? So folks, again, my name is Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate y'all being here at the channel today. If you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, check out those links below. Look forward to chatting with you. And if you'd like to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. Click that join button for additional information, or you can click that thank you button as well. And we'll look forward to seeing y'all in that next video.